Hello there. Hi, hi. I was inspired. My name is Simone Craig. Welcome to my channel. Um, I am Simone Craig with Quiet Luxury. And I want to talk about quiet luxury and why I have decided to start speaking on my channel about a quiet luxury lifestyle, a quiet luxury life. I have um, experienced quite a lot in my life, and I am beginning to um, really feel um, more excited than ever to share my experiences, my journey, so that it can be of service in some way to you through your journey. Um, I have there's so much, but I started my career out as an accountant in the financial space. I have always been an artist. I've been singing since the age of 5 years old. I had my own accounting business for many years. About 17 years, I had an accounting business. I was doing financial coaching. Um, and I could tell that the time for me to have an accounting business was done. It was over, and that I was going to be moving into um, a new phase of my life, but I wasn't sure what that was going to look like. And so I sold my business, which for me was such a victory. I had never even imagined that I would or could sell my business when I started it. Um, I sold my business, and then I started to run my family's nonprofit, which is a Black fine art nonprofit and a cultural institution where I live. And so that has been wonderful. Um, I started doing events with Art in the Atrium, which is the nonprofit that I run, um, and I never imagined that I would do that and do that successfully. Been doing that. Something else that also came up in my life that has been very wonderful and very valuable in terms of growing as a person, in terms of networking, um, has been serving on boards, serving on nonprofit boards, which has been really wonderful. So, all of these things have served for me the embrace of a quiet lifestyle, of the embrace of quiet money, the embrace of luxury, but subtly, um, without having to be braggadocious, without having to be um, some type of extrovert that I'm not, without having to be, um, without having to be like, you know, over the top, without having to be constantly pushing myself and constantly putting myself out there to be seen all the time. Um, Quietly making moves in my life, in all areas of my life, but especially financially, to better myself, again, to be a better person, to be a better member of my community, to be a better parent. Um, and so I want to talk about this. I want to talk about how it's okay for us to build wealth quietly, to build wealth as an introvert, to build wealth based off of hyper focusing locally in our local community, not necessarily feeling like I have to be known by everybody in the world. I have to be seen by everybody in the world, right? Everyone in the world has to know me and admire me in order for me to be successful. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be done quietly. And ideally, it is done quietly. Um, I am a big fan and big proponent of the old money lifestyle. There is a book called The Old Money Book, written by my friend, Byron Tully. And that is the principles he talks about in that book, The Old Money Book, is how I feel called and feels very blissful to me to live my life and to make money moves, if you will, and to live in quiet luxury. Um, and so I'm going to be talking a lot about the old money lifestyle, the old money approach to money, wealth, luxury. Um, and so I'm going to be talking about all of these things. Again, I have a background in accounting, in financial coaching, in building wealth. I can talk about, which I plan to talk about, building wealth with art, um, being of service through um, local board service and philanthropy. Um, Living a really meaningful, rich, quiet life of luxury. And I know that that can kind of seem ironic since I'm here on YouTube talking about that. But one of the things that I have never doubted was the internal call and my intuition to move forward and to follow through on something and to go for it. In the manifestation space, they call it taking inspired action. I love taking inspired action. I love those hits of inspiration from spirit that says, yes, go, do it now, follow through. So that's what this is. So if you are interested in building a life of meaning, of service, of impact, of wealth building quietly, um, the opposite of what um, celebrity culture is, fame culture, right? Um, that says that you have to constantly be out there, putting yourself out there. And not that there's anything wrong with putting yourself out there, but I mean in the kind of the social, in the social awareness, constantly being in people's awareness. Um, you don't have to build wealth that way. You can build it very intentionally and very quietly, if you so choose, if you so desire. And so I'm going to be talking about that. Now, and again, it's not to say there's anything wrong with that. I mean, if you want hyper awareness of people all over the planet on you, that's great. Do that. That's great. But you don't have to. You can, again, live a very rich, meaningful, wonderful, luxurious life quietly. And making really wonderful, important impact on people, right around you, locally, regionally, nationally, if you want to. However, but um, you don't have to sacrifice your personal life or your personal private business in order to do that, right? Um, so I'm looking forward to diving into this topic more with you all, and I hope you'll stick around to see more. Take care.